Sometimes there's nothing worse than too little funds. Um, Having not enough money to do something can be a big nuisance. So, what I always recommend is with your loan, your object is to increase business and bring in more money. Now, you could have all the money and you put it all into the business, you buy equipment, you buy stuff, but then you don't advertise. So, what I recommend is that your focus right now be on how do I bring myself customers that are buying my stuff? You don't need to make 200 items at this stage. So, how do you bring 50 people? How do you bring 30 people that want your product? Or how do you bring it consistently? Now, many of us have whimsical plans where we have bursts of energy and we want to do something now. But it really requires you planning out what am I going to do for the next 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 3 months? How am I going to systematically bring a product, sell it, and bring it again? For 3 months, 12 weeks. I want you to focus on that because it's one, small. It's going to require all of your attention for 3 weeks, which you can give 6 weeks, 12 weeks, which you can give. But there's a preamble before, there's the prep before that 3 weeks. What am I going to do over the next 3 weeks? Do I have it planned out? Do I have a rough idea, even if it's not perfect? How am I going to grab upon opportunities? What am I going to focus on? How am I going to not let sales catch me? Because sales might not necessarily be in flow with what we're doing. So the thing is also to remember is what you want to do is plan out these weeks. What am I going to do for the first week? So maybe your food business. Let's use you as an example. For the next 12 weeks, I'm going to be open every Friday night selling chips and chicken or selling just fries. Let's keep it simple. All we need to do is to make sure we have what? We have our potatoes, we have them cut and ready, or we've bought the bags of fries, or we're doing different types of fries. Breadfruit chips, cassava chips, sweet potato chips, all is fries. And we are running that now for these 12 weeks. And our aim is to increase our income. So all we do is make sure come Wednesday, Thursday, we have a sign up saying, don't forget to get your chips. There's 3 portions. You decide on your portions. You want a small, a medium, a large. You decide on the measurement for your portions. If you use a buttered container, then you know that that's your large, and you have a smaller one, you know that's your small, or 3 sizes cups, the 8, the 12, and the 16 as your portion user, because you have to control portion. In other words, you can't deliver service and you really don't know where your profit is. And for 12 weeks, you sell just chips. But you take note of what people ask for. Not because you're going to start it, because that's not your aim. Your aim is to grow customers and grow product. You can add on eventually when you see growth, when you are selling out every single night. So the first night, you start with 2 bags of potatoes or 2 packs. And your aim is to sell out. So you sell out all of your potatoes. How much profit did it make you? If each bag is $17, how many orders of fries do you get from $17? And what is it you're aiming to make? Do you want to turn that $17 into $85? Because then that's a good turnover. Or is it not turning up because you aren't portion controlling, and so as a result, you're making nothing? So what it is about planning out. Then, are you pricing correctly? Based on the fact you'd like to make out of this, how much portions do you get? So if you buy the frozen bag, I suggest you pour them out and check if you did a cup measurement, how many cups you get out of it. So you know how many sales you should get for that 1 bag. How many should you get for 2 bags? How many people know do you need to know about this to get orders? Have you told everybody on your WhatsApp? Have you put it up on your status? And most of all, have you put this sign outside where people can pass? Because those are the most frequent. Those are the ones you want to grab. Are you targeting kids in the neighborhood? Are you targeting adults who are going to pass by only on a Friday night? Are you looking for a kid at 4 o'clock who want evening snack. Your timing then matters. So it isn't just about you deciding on the product. You decide on the product and you decide on its portion sizes and its pricing. You decide on how you're going to package it. How are we going to package it? Now, if I have to buy 50-cent containers, that eats into my profit. So maybe what I could do is come up with a slightly different concept. Maybe I could use the trays like PriceSmart, which are a little cheaper. Maybe I could do a paper wrap where I wrap it in a paper, not newspaper, but because Belgians, germophobic, but a paper wrap version of it where it's kind of attractive and people can walk with it and go along, or the cardboard cone version where you get your chips in a cone, which is also slightly cheaper than the 50-cent packaging. The point is, make it attractive, make it yours, make it identifiable so it's your brand, so people see it and associate it with you. Yes. So if that's what you're going to do, then that's what we do next. You make sure that you have a identifiable brand when people come. It is like I was saying to somebody, you always get wings in those trays, but you get wings in a cup. There's nothing stopping you from selling wings in a cup. It'd be interesting because it'd be upright and it'd be perfect. You shove the ones back down, it'd just be perfect. And then it got the covers, down with it. So there are all sorts of creative ways. Decide on what makes you creative and decide on what you want to put out. And then go from there. Now, on top of that, what you also want is you want to be on time. So you want to know that if it is that I do in the evening, when 3:30 and then 3 o'clock and I shouldn't come over, I got my choice on, and at 4 o'clock by the time I'm at my window, I'm ready. Preparedness. Like whether or not you're going to sell, I'm investing this time in seeing my business grow. So I'm here. The customers will come, but I'm here. That's my job right now, to be here. To be here, to be on time, to try it. And which is why we're choosing something reasonable, something affordable, and something that if they don't eat, you can. Or can go to the next week or whatever, however you want to do it. But if you aren't advertising, if you aren't telling anybody, if nobody knows, you're just hoping people pass, then you're wasting time, you're wasting money. What you want to do is to get people to know that you're there. Remind them every Friday you're there. Send out a notice 2 minutes before the thing. And if smells help, because you're in a small neighborhood, then put something in the oil that really sends out that amazing aroma to remind them, ooh, chips are on. I'm popping. Now, you could also do for variety. If you weren't doing a variety of chips like breadfruit, sweet potato, cassava, and regular potato, you could do potato, real potato, and regular fries. Real potato being a little bit more expensive because of the time it takes. You could do real potato with skins, real potato without skins. You can do loaded fries now, because that's a big thing. That's a whole meal onto itself, which seems like something as simple as cheese and bacon bits, or chicken breast shredded, or there are a few things. You can research them. Pinterest has a whole section on recipes, so you could research what would be a nice recipe to add to yours. You could do the shredded pork, whatever works for you, you could do, and go from there. But again, remember, keeping it simple helps. You want to make a profit. You don't just want to impress people. So this isn't about how good a cook you are. This is about, I'm trying to get clientele. I'm trying to brand myself as being good at this. And then I'm trying to deliver good service. So I gotta be consistent. So the reason for the 12 weeks is also to work at improving yourself all the time. When you come away from this, you need to take a chart and go, how was my presentation? How was my timeliness? Did I get good service? What was the challenge that came up? And how did I fix it? Or how am I going to fix it in the future? Did I have a good sanitization station? Or was it too far? People didn't notice it? Or it was, I couldn't sustain constantly buying that amount of hand sanitizer. So how should I do this differently? Um, should I? There's a whole set of things you won't be paying attention to. Did my brand look good, or should I fold my napkins differently so they're more distinctive? Did we say thank you for coming? Were we pleasant and cheerful? Were we warm? Were we friendly? Did we create the atmosphere and the impression I want to convey to people when they come to me? And on top of that, if you sell other things, did I display my other products behind me appropriately? Anyway, this is just food for thought. These are things I'd like you to remember. And the object of Move is to get you to have a successful business. So it's more than just having a business or you coming for this, or we're not trying to do a quick cure for all. We're trying to do a cure. We're trying to get you up, running, successful, doing well, with you being the key man, but functioning better and more successful. All right. Well, good luck. I hope you use these tidbits. I hope you take notes when you're doing these tidbits. And I'm really hoping to see you up and thriving. Have a great day. Get a move on it.